All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises due to the Most High.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Mekal Kadash.
All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great milestone. Well, salutations to the elect. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites out here another week. All right, prophesying the downfall of this wicked-ass kingdom called America. All right, and hey, we in the time where war is in the air, man.
Got
right,
you.
it's this tension on all sides, man.
I got you.
Got
Ecclesiastes 3:1.
All right.
To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Yeah, that's right, man. So everything there's a season, man. And we in that time, we in that season of that war season, man. All right, for a while, well, you know, with the white man ruling, ain't too much peace going on. All right, but we in a time where a major war is getting ready to pop off, man.
Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Yeah, that's right, man. So we're in a time of hate and war, man. Right? That's the times we living in right now, man. All right, shit ain't gonna be smooth, man. All right. Chaos is ready to pop off at any second, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
All right. You know, and the rest of the world, all right, is preparing for these things, man. All these other nations are warning their citizens. All right, they do war drills. All right, get preparation, stocking up on food and all these type of things, telling they citizens these things. All right, to get ready, man. On the contrary, all right, here in America, all right, the government not telling the people nothing, man.
And you got that situation with NATO.
Right.
The United States wants to sell F-16s to Ukraine.
Right.
But the moment those go to Ukraine, Russia's gonna blast that whole shit off the map.
Right.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to circumvent that by sending those F-16s to Poland. And Poland is a NATO nation. So
And
they're
Finland.
saying, I'm sorry?
And Finland.
So they're saying, look, if we could dock these F-16s in Poland and have them fly out from Poland, Russia won't attack it.
Oh yeah.
You're playing dangerous games with that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, him this, you got because they did that right there. Russian government was like, okay, you want to play games? Okay, so you're putting weapons in NATO countries which are considered enemies to Russia. So what we're going to do is we're going to supply the Western countries' enemies weapons of mass destruction. And I brought that out last week. And now it's happening. Now, all of a sudden, after last week, 4 days later, Russian submarine and Russian warships parked on the dock of Cuba, revisiting the Cuban Missile Crisis, man. The Cuban Missile Crisis from the 60s, John F. Kennedy, before he got whacked when he was the president.
Yeah, that was an exercise.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can't have those ships actually carrying nuclear weapons because that would escalate into World War III.
Yeah.
But that exercise itself, they're trying to hype it up.
Hey,
But guess what? Russia got nuclear weapons.
Of course, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now going back to that whole NATO-Russia, I'm gonna pass it back to you, brother. Going back to that whole NATO-Russia thing, 87% of NATO's military is made up of the United States.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
in a way, you can say NATO is Russia's enemy. Now, not every country that's a part of NATO is outright an enemy of Russia. I'll give you an example, Turkey. Turkey is playing both sides. Erdogan wants to trade NATO weapons such as I think he wanted the F-35s, but he also wants S-300s.
But you gotta understand something. Erdogan, Turkey, what they're doing is they have 30% of United States nuclear missiles. Well, since they joined Turkey, since Turkey joined NATO, because Turkey's a part of NATO, and they have a lot of weapons from nuclear weapons from America. But guess what? Turkey is planning on dumping the US dollar and joining BRICS. Dig that shit. You understand what's going on? You understand how these nations are aligning themselves and how America, pursuant to what Apostle Hart said, pursuant to Isaiah 34, the 34th chapter, the first verse on down, that America is a big melting pot, a big sacrifice, a big altar. America is a big altar, and the people, whether it's 2/3, Esau, and the rest of the nations, and the fishes and the animals, are the fucking sacrifices. You gotta understand that. We live in some heavy times. We live in some heavy times. We live in heavy times where you people cannot grasp nor understand what's going on. You got it back, bro.
All right. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Yeah, that's right. They say prepare you this among the Gentiles, prepare war,
I
man.
got you. I'll read it again.
Uh-huh.
It's Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Yeah, that's right, man. So guess what, man? All these militaries around the world, all these armies around the world, all right, they're preparing for war, man. All right? The Russians conducting war exercises. Hey, they just passed that bill, all right, where the draft is being enacted, man. 18 to 26, which I believe that they're going to push that number up as it should get more real, man. All right, because
40 to 50.
well, you see in Ukraine, 18 to 65 or whatever it is, you can't fucking leave.
You remember a few years ago, they also did an economic attack on Russia, but Russia had already built up its war chest.
Right.
It had dollars, it had pounds, it had
Right.
gold, it had grain. Yeah, it was ready for it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. You better believe it, because guess what? They enacted that draft in Ukraine because men are fleeing. It's so bad that men are disguising themselves as women, putting on women apparel, so they will, because it's to the point where they get snatched up from the streets just to join that war, to be put in that meat grinder to be killed. So Jake the one, I'm saying, not Jake, you got a lot of Jake over there in Russia, but you gotta understand something. A lot of them are Edomites. Some Edomites don't want to get killed over there. They don't want to get killed, man. In a losing battle, that it was a proxy war that, and going back to 2014, when Barack Obama was the president, it was what's it called that? A coup d'etat against the president of Ukraine and ousted him and put in a puppet president. And that's when Zelensky came into power, man. Man, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We're not ignorant of these devil's devices, man.
The Ukrainian people, they actually did vote for him, though.
Yeah, they voted for him.
Yeah.
Now, Zelensky.
Yeah, Zelensky, yeah. He got the majority of the votes.
Because what happened was, it was a coup d'etat in 2014. And now, they was left with a comedian turned politician. You gotta understand something, that's not new. Because Ronald Reagan, AKA the Red Baron, going back to the 30s and the 40s, he was a fucking actor turned politician. So Zelensky coming into power, being an actor, and then guess what? He had a television show as if he was the president. And then what happened was, 6 months later, he became the president. Because he promised the Ukrainian people a bunch of shit that he could not fulfill. And that's what all these politicians do. They do that all the time. They will sell you a dream, a pipe dream, how you vote for them. That's like what you do to a woman. You sell her a dream, you take her out on the first date, she give you the pussy, now you don't have nothing to do with her no more, man. You sell her a pipe dream.
And again, Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Yeah, that's right, man. So guess what, man? All these nations, they getting their numbers up. all right, in preparation for this great third and final world war, man. All right. Well, you know, America, they don't have their numbers up because a lot of the people, the citizens of America, this generation, they already see, you know, it's some bullshit out here. All right. Not only that, all right, the young men in America, they not like the men of old, man. All right. That's why they gotta drive people into their military, man. All right. The numbers is bullshit. Hey, I just read. I seen the dude said, "Oh, that's how we know we going to war." He said the pay grade for joining the military has increased, like I think about like 20% or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, the dude was like, "Yeah, we definitely going to war. We definitely going to war." You know, so these are the times that we living in, man. All right, shit ain't sweet. All right, the time of the rulership of America on the world stage, hey, it's about to be up, man. Okay, you know, Saudi Arabia, you know, brother spoke about that. Has not renewed their contract, all right, for the U.S. dollar, all right, rendering it pretty much useless here soon, man.
Why would they?
All right.
Doing the contract of the U.S. dollar when they joined the BRICS,
Right.
January 2024. January 1st, 2024, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and I think it was up Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Brazil, Iran, they all joined the BRICS. So why the fuck would Saudi Arabia renew their relationship with America and they join the BRICS? It don't make sense. Of course they're not going to join the BRICS. I'm saying they're going to join America. They dumped the petrodollar, man. The petrodollar, this is the most I show you that the decline of America is serious. America is soaking in the drain, slowly but surely. But America is soaking in the drain, and the decline of America is going to hit you people hard, man. Keep on investing in American stocks, man. See what it gets you. Keep on investing in it, man. My opinion to you, silver and gold, man.
Now you could listen, man. You could invest in your stocks, but you gotta know what to get out, man. You gotta know what you know what I mean.
Yeah, you gotta know what you gotta know.
Each his own, man.
You gotta know what to cash out.
Teach his own, because I'm
You know
gonna keep
what I'm
investing shit.
Hey, bro.
Make money.
They say in the time of war, hey, somebody making money in the time of war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People
I'll
make
tell you
money,
what.
You know, fortunes are made. You know.
They say chaos is opportunity.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
you know, we talking situations of war. Here's a stock, Lockheed Martin.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not telling brothers buy lock. I'm just saying there's
Right.
profiteers that profit from war.
Yeah.
You had that dude. Watch the movie War Dogs with Jonah Hill and the guy that played the dude from Mr. Fantastic. He was like, look, I'm from Fantastic Four. He was like, you see a helmet and a gun. I see nigga was seeing everything with the price tag on it.
Right.
The helmet was like two bands. The gun was. You seen the vest. So there's money for. This is why. Hold on, brother. I got you. This is why Trump was lobbied against by the military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, Transdime. They wasn't making no money because there's no war. When
Right.
there's war, they don't give a fuck if bodies drop. We just want to sell guns and helmets and missiles and
What
shit.
president spoke about the military-industrial complex taking over? Dwight D. Eisenhower, because he was a general in the war, in World War II. He became president. And he spoke about the military-industrial complex taking over.
Which they're not federal.
Of course
They're not federal, bro. They make
more
money.
Federal,
Yeah.
than federal exec.
They're not. You be like, yo, that's the United States military. They private owned company, so they want wars to go, bro.
You have
And they don't want them to end.
You have
Look
Lockheed
when there's
Martin.
blood in the street. And what else? John Templeton, the dude John Templeton, an investor.
Yeah, I know him.
He said, look where the outlook is most miserable for
Yeah.
the investments.
That's right.
That's what he said, bro.
When there's blood in the streets.
That dude became a fucking multi-billionaire for his time.
Right.
For his time in the recession.
That's how these Edomites
In the
get
recession,
down.
bro.
That's how these Edomites. That's how do you think the Rothschilds got more powerful the way they are to this day? Because what they did was they lied to their investors. Oh, they said that
France
this
won.
dude,
They saw France won.
they
Napoleon
said
won.
The little short man.
Napoleon.
Napoleon, who had the short man complex that he won the war, but he lost the Battle of Waterloo. And what they did was it was, I'm selling. Well, he had his agents in the background
Buying.
buying everything that the motherfuckers, they was watching this dude. He's an expert. So he's selling, I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
What they was doing was buying everything up. They took over the fucking banking industry of Europe. And then they started buying all the military power. They started limiting to kings. They tell you, money, it says, I said, I was to say that the Rothschilds are the prophets of the Most High, and it said the Rothschilds are the prophets, and money is God, and then money is God. Something roughly paraphrasing, man.
And you know, remember when we just talked about the economic sanctions that the United States did on Russia? One of the things they did was they removed a bunch of Russian stocks from the New York Stock Exchange. And you know what China did? Bought all them Russian stocks up for pennies on the dollars. Now a lot of people got wiped out. They got fucked because you know that shit went down.
Right.
But Russia came in, China came in and swooped up all them Russians. And guess what?
Save the assets of Russia.
Now all them stuff is slowly coming back up. Power of the ruble and all that type of stuff.
Right.
So that's really where the opportunity is not when shit is going good. The opportunity is when shit is going bad.
Where the
Chaos.
outlook is most miserable.
That's right.
John Templeton.
That's heavy right there.
Yeah. You know, one thing I'm gonna go back to. I got Ezekiel 38, but I want to say this too. The elites, come on, brother. The elites want World War III.
They bleeding for it.
They want World War III because in their mind is, let's get the population down to 500 and let's rule the remaining that's left from World War III with us controlling all the resources. They called it the enlightened utopia. But what they don't know, according to the book of Amos, is y'all not going to be coming out of these dumbs and out of space to rule. Y'all going to be coming straight out into slavery, chains. This is Ezekiel 38:1. You have more on that, Joel, brother?
Yes. Hold on.
Okay, stop.
This is Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, that's right, man. So guess what, man? We live in that time where, hey, man, the vast majority of the money, all right, is going to be concentrated in preparation for this war effort, man.
Correct.
All right? Filling up the,
the war chest.
Yeah, exactly. Building up your war chest, man. Ammunition, all right? Getting the soldiers prepared, all right? Yeah, man. So that's how it's about to go down, man. Motherfuckers talking about, the budget on education and infrastructure. Hell nah, man. Not right now. All right? We in that time of war, man. Okay? It's a very serious time on this planet. Perilous times is right around the corner, man.
You know what just dawned on me, bro? When were we not in a time of war with America? They said that we only had 4 years of peace?
Right.
Or some shit like that here in
That's
America?
what I said earlier. When in the intro, I said, yeah, America is always at war.
Always
you know what I'm
at
saying?
war, for
But
real.
this is going to be like the,
Gone.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I know what you mean, brother.
Yeah, this is going to be the main, the last and final, you know what I
The
mean?
war to end all wars.
Yeah, the war to end all wars, man. This war, if you could get that, with burning of fuel on fire.
Let the weak say I am strong.
Yeah, that's
All
right. So he said, let the weak say I'm strong, man. So guess what, man? The dominance of America and NATO is falling, man. All right? You see all these nations picking sides. All right? Nations want to go to the BRICS. All right? Instead of the NATO. All right? You got Turkey. All right? They NATO. All right? But they in reality they try to go to the BRICS. All right? How's it go? This war will be with burn and full of fire. Every battle of the war is with confused noise. Yeah. All right. So all these nations are picking their side, man. And eventually, guess what, man? America gonna get wiped out, man, because in they time in charge, man, these motherfuckers be treating their allies like fucking enemies, man. Spying on motherfuckers and all these type of things, man. Like people don't forget these things, man. All right. Got that?
Yeah. This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Yeah, that's right, man. As the brother was saying, man, guess what, man? A time of war, America always been at war, all right, since its inception, all right? And guess what, man? That war and even the ancient wars is what? Every battle of the war is with confused noise, man. It's hand-to-hand combat. As time go on, the combat has become more spread apart.
Robots.
Yeah,
It's all about robots.
Yeah, exactly. So back in the day, you might really, listen, they over there, we over here, and we clashing. Now as time go on, hey, they spread apart. The technology gets more sophisticated. All right, niggas got snipers now. Now we in a time of fucking drones. All right, we got robots, all these type of things, man. So it's you know what I'm saying?
That way, when it's like that, there's a lot more likelihood of war.
Right.
Because in the ancient world, a king had to go.
Right.
We had to fucking walk miles. It was a lot of cost.
You got to really think about it.
Yeah, it was a lot of expenditures in war. Now, yes, it's still expensive, but it's drones and shit.
Right.
Why would I spend $2 million on a missile when I could strap some C4s to a fucking 3D printed drone?
Right.
It's like
right.
so it's just making it more like easier to do it and shit,
Yep.
but like less opportunity cost.
Yep.
The only people that's getting fucked is them third world nations.
Yep.
That's getting bombed and shit, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, that's right, man. So this third world war, guess what, man? It's gonna be a nuclear war, man.
That's correct.
It's gonna be a nuclear war, man. All right, and how I was listening. I can't remember who I was listening to. They were saying like, America, they got their plan of if somebody sends a nuclear missile over here, man, they let it know of everything, man. All right, and vice versa, man. So if one nuke is let off, man, guess what, man? The floodgates is open, man. All right, and as the scripture, as it is written in the scripture, man, America is when slaves to be destroyed, man. All right, that lake of fire, all right, is America being fucking nuked off the face of the earth, man. Straight up. All right, this last and final world war, guess what? America is gonna take a crazy L, and guess what? It's not gonna be around no more. All right, people think this place is gonna continue forever and ever, and you could pass some shit down to your kid and la la la. Guess what, man? Fuck all of that, man. Your hopes and dreams here in America, man. Cancel all that shit.
Because it's going to be extinct.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Yep.
This is desert creature territory.
Yep.
All right, so we want to read that again?
Right now, we got something.
Yeah, Ezekiel 38. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Right, this is going into Russia. Gog and Magog is Russia. The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I'm against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And you know what? Even Edomite scholars will tell you this is going into Russia.
Right.
You know, they understand the whole prophecy of the bear or what have you. Okay, so this World War III between the United States and Russia leading the charge, even these Edomite scholars in the world know, that this is about to take place. Verse 4, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." Now, what does that mean? They're going to be put back into that USSR spirit, that USSR mindset. That's how come they want Ukraine, because Ukraine is Russia, bro.
Yeah.
Ukraine is Russia. They're the same people. That's like telling the United States to fight Canada. You got people that live on Buffalo and shit that go right over. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
The reason why the West want to have control of Ukraine because this Ukraine came out with it that Ukraine have over $12 trillion in natural resources that they want. Because the oil, the
12 trillion? Ukraine?
12 trillion.
Ukraine?
Ukraine have $12 trillion in resources.
Nah, we gotta take that out, bro.
Nah, bro.
yeah,
I'm telling you, bro.
Trillion?
I
That's
researched
what they
it.
reported. That's what they reported.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
because
That's
this
what they
dude,
say.
because they say that most of the grain comes from Ukraine. Most of a lot of things that come, that's why they fight so hard for it. You know what I mean?
Because we know Europe is a bottomless pit, but the Russian side has the resources. The Russian side,
Russia's not a part of Europe.
I know, part of it is. That's the part
That's
that
Eurasia.
has that's the part that has the resources in it.
Russia is a part. It's Eurasia. It's a part
Because
of Asia.
you know the GDP
As
per
they're a
capita,
part of
the GDP per capita in Ukraine is under 10,000.
Check it out though. Russia, Ukraine was a part of Russia. Russia is a part of Asia. It's
And
not a
Europe.
part of. It's not a part of the West. It has.
Part is in Europe.
But
That's the
it's
part that has a
considered.
resource.
It's considered Eurasia.
That's why you can ask the apostles. Most of Europe is the bottomless pit, but some of it, the Russia part, has the mineral resource. Ask them after
The mineral resources comes from. It was a part of Russia. Russia was considered no man's land. I'm not disputing what you're saying.
No.
But what I'm saying is, I know that Russia has resources. That's why
They have oil
they
and shit.
they broke off. That's why the United States is trying to get Ukraine to break off from being, they want,
Ukraine got 12 trillion, bro. Yo, we gotta source that. Look that up, bro.
I was listening to the video.
I'm using my
yesterday.
phone.
Somebody reported it, and I was like, oh, it makes sense now why they would spend billions on in Ukraine.
You heard of Pablo Escobar?
No, look it up. Just get a source.
Have
on
you
it.
heard of Pablo Escobar?
Yeah, we know Pablo Escobar, bro.
He was talking about how Ukraine have over $12 trillion in resources. That's why they're fighting vehemently to get it, because they don't want that to fall into the hands of Russia, and they're going to share that with China. And China will share it with Iran and North Korea. They don't want the resources shared. They want it in the West.
12 trillion is wild, bro. Let's just confirm it. Yeah.
Check it out. I'm looking for you.
It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth.
Yeah, so the Lord, the Most High is working on the spirit of the Russians to get in that warlike state that they once was. Putting up.
You got it.
Real quick, this
What's
is
the source?
from the Geopolitan.
You got it.
You got it?
Yeah, let me read it.
This is from the geopoliticaleconomy.com. It says U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham says Ukraine is a gold mine with $12 trillion worth of critical minerals, which the West can't afford to lose. Yeah, she said that out loud.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact. She said,
Lindsey Graham is a fucking
she
dude,
said
bro, not
this
a
out-
woman.
She said, oh, he said that out loud. All right. Yep.
What's the GDP of Ukraine?
The GDP of Ukraine
That shit
is
ain't, it ain't shit. It's like less than
not shit,
California.
but
Check,
they got
check it.
resources that, because Russia control that shit. They got resources. That's why they trying to fight. They take that from Ukraine from Russia because if they get control of them resources,
Right.
that's $12 trillion that they're going
Right.
to share with Iran, China, and they, and the enemies of America. So this is crazy, bro. And Lindsey Graham, the most I put the spirit on them, had their tongues fall upon themselves.
Gone.
And here it is. He said I'm a villain, certain shit. It's not about trying to defend Ukraine. It's about the resources.
Of course not. Gone.
It's about the resources. They got $12 trillion in resources over there that we need. But if it falls into the hands of the Russians, Vladimir Putin is going to share them resources with China, Iran, North Korea, and their allies. Not us. The West need to grab that.
Gone. You checked out Ukraine's GDP?
Yeah, Ukraine's GDP is about 167 billion US dollars.
That ain't shit, bro. You know why? The U.S. is the Ukrainian military. I'm saying the Ukrainian military, the Ukrainian government is being supported by the U.S. and NATO. That's
Ukraine.
why
The reason I was skeptical is because Ukraine is such a poor country.
they're being supported by the United States. The taxpayer dollars of the United States people is supporting the war over in Ukraine. It's paying for the military. It's paying for their government to be afloat. Without the United States and NATO's assistance, Ukraine will collapse.
I wouldn't be honestly, I would not be very shocked if that 12 trillion shit is just like a flag to get in there for positioning, because $12 trillion and the GDP is 150. It's just, I don't know, very,
Well, you know what?
because 1,000
Yeah,
billion is 1 trillion.
right. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm just like, what? 12
Oh,
trillion?
But they're talking about $12
I
trillion.
heard it yesterday.
They're talking
Like,
about $12
like,
trillion.
in Ukraine? I'm like,
So check out $12 trillion of uncharted territory in Ukraine that has not yet been exploited.
Man, that shit could be capped, bro. Just to stay in Ukraine.
Yeah, but they want to get that, but the Russian government is preventing the United States and the West from getting it. So, $12 trillion untouched resources.
That's what Lindsey Graham says. That's what he
It
says,
could be
bro.
more.
Lindsey Graham.
It could
According
be more.
to according to Lindsey Graham, put it
It could
like
be
that,
more,
bro.
or it could be less, or it could be fabrication. Because you can't trust these devils, man, and what they say. But more and more evidence coming out that Ukraine has natural resources that the West and the United States want to get their fingers on. Just like in Uganda with that when they found that they had unlimited resources of gold.
We should look that up because I think Ukraine is second in terms of grain. I know.
Great
No, it's Russia, but I think Ukraine is right behind them. We could double
Ukraine was a
check.
part of Russia.
Right.
You gotta understand that. Ukraine was a part of Russia, but once Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Poland was a part of Russia too.
Right.
Czechoslovakia was a part of Russia. What happened was, once Russia collapsed, all these different nations started running to NATO for help and for security.
Well, let's see where Ukraine ranks in terms of grain. I think they're like second, right?
And I got the rank.
What
Let
is
me
it?
tell you. It says Ukraine's 2023-2024 grain and oilseed product exports totaled 63.77 million metric tons.
You can't put that in like currency. Because I know Russia is like 30% of the grain market worldwide is controlled by Russia. But I believe Ukraine was right behind that.
The wheat, the barley,
Yeah.
all that comes from Ukraine. And that's why the United States is fighting vehemently to try to take Ukraine and bring them a part of NATO, because NATO can use them resources better than China, Russia, and Iran.
Go ahead, brother.
It says
Well, you can see where I'm coming from, where that would be an excuse
yeah.
to get into Ukraine. Because honestly, the United States don't really need that shit. But
Exactly.
but it could be like if they do have it, let's not have it in Russia's hands. Go ahead, brother.
It says in 2023, Ukraine exported $2.9 billion worth of wheat, including $680 million to Turkey and $416 million to Romania.
Oh, so 2.6 billion? That's pretty good.
2.9 billion.
2.9 billion. Who's number one? What's Russia?
And that's why Erdogan, the president or the prime minister of Turkey, is playing both sides, even though he's a part of NATO. But Erdogan also wants to join the BRICS. He put in this application to join the BRICS. So now what's going to happen when he joins the BRICS? He's going to be excommunicated. He's going to be excommunicated from NATO, because Turkey is a part of NATO. And guess what? Turkey has a bunch of nuclear weapons that was given to them to hold as a succor against Russia from the United States. So now, if they jump sides, them nuclear weapons is going to be a part of Turkey, and
What's the market cap of Saudi Aramco?
6.7 trillion.
See, that's why I'm saying I gotta be bullshit. Saudi Aramco is the second largest company in the world. Their market cap is 6.7 trillion.
Yeah.
$12 trillion in Ukraine. It could be a reason. I'm not saying I'm 100% right on it, but it could be just
well, that's
a reason they're using to say we're in Ukraine.
that's what they was. That's
So
what they.
that's 6 trillion and 700 billion.
Billion, yeah, that's the second largest
6
company in the
trillion,
world.
700 billion. I can't use the word
6.7,
and. I
6.7.
can't use and because and is a decimal, so I gotta be.
6.7 trillion. They only behind J.P. Morgan.
Well,
So $12 trillion for little Ukraine.
Well,
Could be-
Ukraine has a lot of resources. They're saying that the ground, the dirt, the ground, it produces minerals. That's why Ukraine is a big asset for the United States. why would the United States be fighting for Ukraine so
positioning, bro.
vehemently?
For
Because position and also the resources.
Well, sorry, one question. Is Yahoo Finance still good?
Yeah. of
I'm
course.
asking. You know, I'll be out of the loop
Yeah, I
sometimes.
use
So
it.
I got checked.
They're saying that Ukraine, they have the ground in Ukraine is fertile to the point where it has rich soil. Bring it up, bro.
And then look at the GDP of Russia.
All right.
They flourishing under the sanctions of this dude Sleepy Joe. They flourishing, man. They're not collapsing.
The gross domestic product (GDP) is 2.24 trillion USD.
Yeah,
as
so
of
that
2022.
that Lindsey Graham shit, I don't know, bro. Russia got 2.2 trillion in GDP, but Ukraine got 12 trillion. And that could be just a reason to get in there.
It could be a reason to get in there.
Men lie,
but it
women
also
lie,
could be.
but numbers don't lie.
But it also could be, I'm like, why else were they vehemently defending Ukraine? Giving them unlimited resources and weapons. Why would they be doing that if they don't have something that they want to get out of that shit? You know what I'm saying?
1 second, brother. I'm gonna have to pause it real quick.